now, damn, I guess I am.
You're supposed to put the first 500 in the safe and lose the combination.
I like that. Yeah, I fuzz with it. Making wrist don't lie.
First in the beach with $1 million auto. Bring the cameraman, we can shoot our own knuckle. 812 matte black, looking like choco. I promise you the floor plan's nothing like the model.
Making wrist don't lie. Making wrist don't lie.
The money counter ding. It's so
like the song?
exciting. Summertime, Winterfell. I'm the Night King, the Colgate.
Honestly, I'm ready for Pusha T to drop. Pusha T's one of my artists that he's one of my like, dang, you like Pusha T? Like, he's one of those artists, you know?
Yeah, I get that.
Like that Daytona, I remember, you remember DJ from high school?
No.
The teacher.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out DJ.
Yeah, big shout out. I remember he was like, yeah, Daytona's one of those, like, might be album of the year back in 2018, because you remember when Pusha T and Drake were beefing, which I think that was all publicity stuff for his album as well. But when they were beefing and that album dropped, I was like, nah, I don't know about all that. But I went back over the last year or so, and it was solid, that little 7-piece. That was when Ye and them, the Cruel Summer group, all of them, they were dropping those 7-piece albums. Like, he dropped like 5 in a month.
It's like 7 or 8.
Yeah, something like that. It was Nas, Tiana Taylor.
Tiana Taylor has 8.
Yeah. It was Nas, Tiana Taylor, Ye, Pusha T, and then Ye and Kid Cudi.
I messed with that Nas album. That it didn't get enough traction.
It didn't. That Cop Shot the Kid was good too.
Cop Shot the Kid. Yeah. I love that the Education and the Nas projects. But I always had to research it. Nas just sound like, you know, some of those guys who just be like throwing out like random facts and you're just like, can I trust these facts? Like, you know, there's always like this conspiracy theorist people. I don't be getting into all that. Like, bruh, like, just live your life.
Wait, what you mean? Like, who be putting out conspiracy theories?
I'm saying, like, Nas, it's just, he gives off, like, those vibes where he just be giving, like, this happened and this happened, and the Kennedys killed Abraham, and Abraham killed. Like, man, like, okay.
What am I supposed to do with this information?
I can do absolutely nothing. Like, I can't change the past, but like Jay-Z gives me information that I can use in my present life and in the future, and Nas gives me history, and I appreciate them both. But at the end of the day, the stuff that I can actually use, it weighs heavier than the stuff I can't use. And I know history, so.
Right. See, though, bro, there's a whole world, like, on TikTok that, all they are is conspiracy theorists, where they just point out stuff. Like, there's a whole page where they're just like, hey, guys, we're living on a floating rock, doing this and that for work. Which, you know, that I make that rant about 3 times a week. But to make it a page just to point these things out, like, what are we going to do about it then, guys?
Yeah.
You know, these are the concepts of the world, and we're going to have to deal with them. So I'm not okay with it, and I've acknowledged that. You know, I've desensitized myself to all of these things. So, you know, I've come to terms with it, and I'm going to figure out whatever I can do to fix it for myself, and then spread that knowledge to y'all. But,
yeah, like, what's the face said? What's his name?
I can see the whole city from this balcony.
What?
Back in 2019.
I forgot the name. It was just like, listen. At the end of the day, the only real revolution happens. That was J. Cole. J. Cole was like, the only real revolution happens right inside of you. So, like, yeah, these people did this to these people, and that person did that. Like, at the end of the day, I can't change those things. Like, I can control what I do. I can control my attitude, how I treat people, and where I'm going to go in life, and where, like, you know, I can control those things. And I just wish that was a lesson taught to younger kids. Like, control what you can control. Like, when I'm, like, out there at football games and basketball games and baseball games, like, everybody wants to blame their teammate. or everybody wants to blame the coach, or everybody wants to blame the refs. Like, control what you can control. You can't control what the refs call. You can't control who the coach put in the game. But what you can do is control how hard you work, your attitude towards your work, and how much effort you put out. Like, that's things you can control. And if you control the controllables, everything will fall in place for you.
Yeah, because your variables, they can always change.
Yeah.
J. Cole, though, that song was good. That was High for Hours, right?
Yeah, High for Hours.
Yeah, don't
Volume 1.
Is he going to come out with something else?
Volume 2?
Because that was
J. Cole
5 years ago.
Yeah, he might drop one like 8 years after the first one. I don't know.
Oh, Lord.
I like this little Jack Harlow One Piece stuff, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was cool. I feel like social media is boosting Jack Harlow a bit more than he is. I don't know. I don't have any hate for Jack Harlow. It's just that I think when he joined sides with Lil Nas X and was like, "Yeah, I'm with my boy right here," that was like a big stand for social media for him to be like, "Yeah, I'm with the LGBTQ community. Like, I'm not gay or nothing like that, but I'm with them." You know, culture was like, "Yes, we love Jack Harlow. Such a great white man." Like, you know.
Well, I don't know, man. Like, I have nothing against Jack Harlow. Like, there's just a lot of things, people, places, events that I just have no feelings towards. Like, I have no, like, ooh, I love it, or ooh, I hate it. Like, I just, like, it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? Jack Harlow is just, like, one of those dudes who it just is who it is, who it is. This is one of my favorite songs off of this recent Fivio Foreign album.
Which one? I haven't listened to it enough to know names for a song yet.
Slime Them with Lil Yachty.
With Lil Yachty.
Why is it gotta be a Lil Yachty? Can it be a big yacht?
You like it for lyrical content?
I just think Yachty go hard over that drill beat.
Both ears ringing, 30s get to singing, hollows get the bending. Bring the body alive. I want him to see my face when he die. I want him to think
it's a well put together song, which in the end, it's a well put together album. But I like how you feel from what you heard from the album.
Well, honestly, before I even get on the album, Fivio's had probably one of the greatest rollouts of all time. Because he came out dropping that New York drill beat. And, you know, the New York drill beat stole from Chicago anyway, but not to offend any
or Atlanta.
New Yorkers. Was it stole from Atlanta?
You Google drill music. Like, all right, I always say Chicago put it on the map, but did it start in Chicago? It may be a Bay Area thing. The Bay Area always try to take credit for stuff. Like, I saw the other day, they had an interview with Gunna talking about Pushin P and him explaining it. And somebody said every time he explains Pushin P, I get more confused.
It's like, because it's such an open term.
Yeah,
he said it, though. It's so open of a term.
But, like, the Bay Area were all in the comments like, we started P. We've been saying P for years. Give us our credit. Like, nobody's not giving you your credit. We're just like, P just made the word famous. You didn't in the Bay Area. Like,
I like that interview where he was on the Breakfast Club and then Charlamagne was telling Gunna, he was like, so what would you do if Chloe Bailey went and found another man right now? He said, well, that wouldn't be very P of her.
yeah.
But
she already found one.
Did she?
Yeah. Go on. What was your take?
Oh, yeah, with Fivio. So, yeah, he's had one of the greatest rollouts of all time. So, he came out with the New York drill beat stuff. And you remember when we were in New York?
I was thinking about that.
Bro, I just swallowed a fly again. Anyway, so we were in New York and we heard it. And we was up in that club. We were like, what is this? And everybody was lit but us. Because I did not understand. Man,
Nuck If You Buck came on. And we was like, Nuck If You Buck, boy, Nuck. Because out here in Atlanta, like, that's it. Like, it's time to get lit. Nuck If You Buck come on. And it was like, these people are lame.
Yeah, I didn't know what.
And then big drip. I fell in love with a big drip. Yeah. I was like, what is this?
The reason it was so weird was because the way they hyped it up. They were like, oh, y'all ain't never heard this before. We were like, okay, like, this what get the booty shaking in here? Like, okay, this what's going on?
I ain't gonna lie. I still, to this day, I like Fivio. And I like the artist he's grown into. But I don't like that song at all. Just like Pop Smoke. I like Pop Smoke and the artist he grew into, but I did not like that song. Baby, welcome to the party.
Nah, that grew on me. That grew on me.
We went to the party. Nah.
But yeah, though, bruh. So Fivio came with that, and then he hopped on the track with Ye. And when that came out, I remember when we was in the Benz and that he played that. I said, "Who is this on this track right here? Like, who's this on this record?"
Oh man, that's full circle.
He just kept going. It was such a long verse, and I was just like, "Oh my god, he is spit like this nigga was rapping for real."
We heard him right before in 2019, right before the pandemic, and then we heard that and come 2021 and the Benz. He grew a lot.
He grew a lot for sure, and it was such a different verse. I should have known from the drill beat on that song that it was him, but
he killed it.
Yeah, he murdered that. That has to be verse of the year probably. We can jump back on that though.
Kanye was just as strong on that song as Fivio.
He was.
Are we? Is the shock of Fivio being that great overplaying like the fact that Kanye still went in?
I'm gonna sum that up to the Michael Jordan effect. So like, you know how MJ, Cole, LeBron, all them, they should have way more MVPs than they should, but they were playing at such a high level that the people who give out the award are just like, they're gonna have to do better than that to win this award. So we've seen Ye do that before on that No Parties in LA with Kendrick. Like we've seen him do that before, not on that drill beat, but we've seen him rap like this before. So Fivio takes the award for me on that one.
I mean, all right, I'm with you, but you know. How you feel about the album?
Oh yeah, I still got to get there, bro. I still got to get there. So Fivio comes with that, the rap, the off the grid rap. That's hard. Then he drops, Ye's getting in all his stuff. Then he drops that City of Gods, and I don't know exactly how I feel about Fivio's verse on City of Gods, but the song was hard in general, and because it's his song, well, it's on all three of their albums, I guess. But since it's his song, I give him the credit for it. But then he gets the rollout on all these festivals this summer. And then, like we were talking about last week, that Dreamville Festival was fire. He really got everybody because he didn't have that much music to play. I'm telling you, he really got everybody at that festival. He played 4 songs and only 2 of them were his. But I give him that. He made it look fire. And then after that, he drops this album. And the trailer was good too. Which song was he playing on the trailer?
I don't know.
It was hold on, let me see real quick. Click this joint. I'm pretty sure it was that Feel My Struggle. That song was a good song for his trailer. And so now, finally at the album. This is a observation because you and Tyreek get really upset with me when I say this is my first take, because my take is, subject to change.
I don't care.
Anyway though. Criticism for it, and obviously, what weight does my words hold?
That's why I called Tyreek, because I knew he was gonna do that.
No, because I'm gonna give it his praise. I'm gonna give it his praise.
Gonna say that. So when I first heard it, I called Tyreek because I was like, I can't call it Ashton because he's gonna say exactly what you just said.
What?
Just you and Tyreek don't like me giving my thing.
Yeah, bro. Because the day that y'all basically fought me with words over that, I was like, okay, I'm done talking music with them. For right now. No, and I'm going to be so careful with the way that I word myself.
This is why, arguing over text message sucks. Because it's like, you're like, what we were saying for us, what we do, how we do it, is like, we don't do it that way. And we're telling you, you're doing it. And we were trying to let you know, we don't care.
Right.
In a nice way. And you were like, what you mean? And that's we just.
But it was not in a nice way at all. It was
you kept going, you just could not understand what we were trying to say to you.
No, I fully got what y'all were saying.
You kept it going on.
No.
Yes, you were, bro.
Y'all kept it going on too. I'm telling you.
We said what we said, and then you just couldn't understand why we said what we said.
No. First, quit saying I didn't understand. Because I'm telling you, I understood 100% what y'all were saying.
So then you just wanted to argue.
No, y'all wanted to argue if you kept it going as well.
We responded to you. We said what we said. You were like, well, blah, 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 and Joe Budden and this person and that person does this. And we were like, okay, but that's them. This is us. And it was like, but y'all, and so that's you keeping it going, bro.
Nah. I would have to pull up the receipts.
You're going to have to pull up the receipts.
Nah, I ain't going to do that right now.
Nah,
but,
I mean, you ain't got to do it right now. But
yeah. But with this Fivio, though, criticism first. And like I said, what weight does my words hold? I'm not an industry dude, so this is just my take. First opinions. Overall, I liked it. He did drill beat me to death because still, I know that's his thing. So, I'm not going to say like, don't do that. Cause that's his forte. And it was a little long. This is just me personally. I'm a guy that likes about a 12 song album, especially if it's your first one. Cause you got a lot to prove out here for the viewers. So this is your first one. I'm good with about 12 songs. And this was 17. I'm really weird about placement with songs too. I really wish he would have put that like Bible talk with DJ Khaled as the intro. Cause like, do you remember that one?
See, I mean, and this explains. This is why we don't really like first takes.
What?
Because like you obviously said you haven't listened to it enough. So like, how can you get the song placement of it without like listening to it over and over?
No, I mean I played it through like 3 times so far. So I'm saying that just off of this first listen, because obviously it's subject to change, that so far I think that Bible talk would have been a good intro. But that's just me, because like in my head, if I was an artist, this is how I would place it. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that this discredits this album whatsoever. But yeah, that's one thing about it. Musically though, I really do like the range because it showed that he had something different. All the songs that didn't have the drill beat on them, I thought those were really good. I still think he rapped really well on the songs with the drill beat. 2 Quavo features, that was interesting. 2 Quavo features, that was definitely different. The Magic City was one of his rollout songs. He probably could have held on to that one for the album, honestly. But I don't know, honestly. He was rapping for real, though. He showed a lot of range. He's improved a lot from that first song we heard 4 years ago. So, overall, I liked it, just to keep it short.
Well, it's good. I mean, all right. First off, I got some rebuttals to your take. But, like, not every song wasn't all drill music. Like, drill is more than how it sounds. Like, that's a New York sound more so than it is a drill at this point. Like, drill is different. Like, there's like 3 drill songs on there, but it still had that like New York sound on more than, it was like 8 songs, 10 songs where it was giving that New York sound, even though it wasn't drill. Like, drill and New York sound has to be separated. Second, I mean, other than that, like, you know what I'm saying? That's your take. But for me,
I think they had more than like 3. There was at least 5, I would say, that had the same bass.
Perhaps. I don't even know how many songs it is in total. Like,
17.
17? Oh, yeah. And then, like, an album is, like, 17 to 12. Like, very few people, like, can master. Like, you know how hard it is to master a 12-song album? Like, it's just, like, you have to have a cohesive sound, a goal, and, like, very great placement. Like, to only give a person 12 songs. Like, when you're debuting, you're trying to show, like, who you are as an artist, and in my opinion. And so, like, you're going to need more than 12 songs. Now,
I can get that. I just feel that sometimes these newer artists will come on like a new project, and they'll add some filler just to be like, here's this, And that's what I feel the EPs are for. Like for example, like Mariah the Scientist, there's other artists. They're just gonna 4-piece you to death. They're gonna keep putting out these little EPs, show you some different sound, try and take away from what they just gave you, and then put that on their first album.
But album's hard, and it's a piece of art. Like,
yeah, it's really difficult.
It is their art, their expression of how they were feeling at that time, and so whatever they gave us is, I really could care less how much they gave us. I'm more about quality than quantity. But my take on it is, as a guy so Jay-Z used to be a rapper in the 90s and still today, obviously, because he dropped a verse the other day. But Jay-Z, before his debut album, he had like traction around Brooklyn and New York. And obviously Fivio traction before his debut album is way bigger than what Jay-Z had, but we live in a different world than that was.
Yeah.
Shoot, that was 26 years ago. Jay-Z's debut album came out. But so he had like this traction, this buzz around Jay-Z, and the streets were ready, like they were like, we want to hear Jay. And then Jay put out Reasonable Doubt. And when Jay put out Reasonable Doubt, like he showed a lot of versatility of what he can do as a MC, a rapper, an artist. And I can tell like Fivio studied Jay-Z in a sense because they're both from Brooklyn. And this album reminds me of how the Reasonable Doubt album came out. And when Reasonable Doubt first came out by Jay-Z, it hit big in Brooklyn. But like it took a while for it to be like, now a lot of people, you'll ask a lot of Jay-Z fans, they'll be like, Reasonable Doubt's number one, or Blueprint. That's what they'll say number one album is. But it took a while for people to get to the point where they appreciated Reasonable Doubt. So this is just, I feel like since there's so many sounds, there's so many different things that he's doing, the music's great. Like musically, sonically, it sounds great. But there's so much going on the album. It's going to take a while for people to digest all of that. And then once we are able to digest that, then we can give like a great take on what this album was. This one's going to age. It needs time. It's, and plus it is 17 songs. So that's a lot to take in, off of one day.
Yeah, fully agree. That's why before I even started,
that's just my take.
I mentioned, yeah, for sure. That's why I said before I started, one, what weight do my words hold? Because I'm not an industry dude. And second, this is a first observation, so it's subject to change because all of the things that you said, all these albums, they need time to age. You got to listen to them more than once. There's just a lot of things that go into it. So.
It does matter. Like you just can't discredit yourself off the rip. It's like we are interpreters of the art. Like if we don't interpret the artist is just doing it for fun at that point. Which and then like he can't he can monetize it, but it's not going to be very successful if the people didn't like it. Like a lot of people don't. And art's hard to understand. It's a hard thing to understand sometimes. And but I think it was pretty good. I don't know who else dropped albums, rap. I haven't been listening to music. Like when you're an adult and you're busy, like I just don't have time to go force myself to listen to new music sometimes. And it's like I'll catch it when it comes around my way. That's pretty much where I'm at with the music right now. Like 2011, like every mixtape that downloaded on live mixtapes and LimeWire, all those stuff. Like I was on it. I knew all the artists. Anytime somebody dropped something, I was listening to it. But now I'm just too busy and could care less. Like now, there's a few people when they say like, "Oh, yo, this person dropped or this person dropped," I'm gonna go listen to it regardless. Like I'll make time for them. But for a lot of other people, that's like the top tier people, my top tier people, I'll listen to. But people below like my top tier, like I may want to listen to them, I may not. Like I'll get it when I get it.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, the adult life is really busy. Personally, though, I listen to music every day just because my car rides be long. So I have all the time on my drives to normally do that or listen to some other podcast, anything like that. So I normally get to take in this stuff at least 3 to 4 times a week. Like normally I've gotten through all the new music by Saturday. So which is our recording day today, which is different. It feels weird recording in the daytime.
Yeah, I mean also all the new music, like since I listen to such a wide variety of music, like Bishop Briggs, she came out with a song that like I had to listen to. Like like everybody was like, "Did you hear this person's album?" I'm like, no, bro, I'm listening to Coldplay right now. Like I'll get to that when I get to it, But there's just few people that piques my curiosity when they drop, and I'll go listen. Music is exhausting. Like people are just literally flooding us. Like I think we do too many albums though. To build off your whole, you think you should have did a 12-piece instead of a 17-piece. like that doesn't matter. But like, I think some people do too many out. Like everybody thinks they have to drop an album. Like, and I don't know. Like, I think albums should be the creme de la creme. Like your top tier work. Like, just not forcing something because you have to do it. And that's what happens when they sign these record labels. They're like, you own this record label until you drop 4 albums. So they just drop 4 albums. Like, no, man. Like, do something. Like, I don't know, man.
Do you have an example though? Because to me, artists are just dropping. Like, not just whenever, but most of these artists go about a year or two. I feel like a year or two in between is cool. You've had enough time to experience some more things and get some music. Because at the end of the day, this is still your vocation. So we're expecting some music. I'd like to hear from you. Drake's pretty consistent because he'll give us a little 2-piece here,
Drake's
single
different.
here, feature here. Every other year or so, boom, here's an album.
Drake's like LeBron. Like, he just consistently did it for so long that, like, he's in the top. Like, when it comes to, like, skill, a lot of people don't see him as the top. But, like, when it just comes off of, like, sheer body of work, it's really hard to argue with the facts. But Drake's, like, a lot of these people are exceptions, right? Like, Drake's an exception. Kanye, like, there's certain artists that's just an exception to the rule. Like, they're doing something at a level we've never seen it done before. But, like, Tim's, my favorite artist, Tim's, for example, she's dropped 2 EPs, one in 2020, one at the end of last year. But, like, they're like 7 songs, 20 minutes, right? She's not forcing an album because the first EP, we all love, like, For Broken Ears. Like, For Broken Ears blew up. And so she's not forcing herself to make an album just because the little EP blew up. She's taking her time. And she's going to drop an album when she drops an album.
But see, though, that's what a lot of the younger artists are doing. Like, there's a bunch of EPs out that come out every couple of weeks. Like, music drops every Friday. And so
music's dropping every day now.
Yeah, that's true. But, like, for the most part, music's dropping every Friday in the masses. And so these artists, to me, they're not over-dropping because maybe we just have such a large catalog of artists that we feel that we're being killed to death with all of this. And then sometimes we'll see that same artist who dropped earlier on a feature. And so we feel like we've heard them way too much now, which for me, I'm good. I like to hear my artists drop music. I enjoy it. I want to hear them drop more music. And
it gets exhausting though. Like, it's just like, it will be if, I don't know, it's The Weeknd dropped last week. Rick Ross dropped this week. The next week, Kanye drops. The next week, Meg Thee Stallion. The next week, and it's just like, I cannot consume all this. I have not enough time in the day to consume 7 albums from top tier artists, and then for all of the, like, up and coming artists dropping too. Like, it's just too much for me, and that's just my opinion, my take. And, like, for other people, they like it. I'm still a music head. Like, I always listen to music, but it's just, I just think we should. I think some people should just slow down. Like, and it's hard to tell people to slow down when they come from nothing. Like, right? If you can monetize a song and make $1 million off of something that goes viral on TikTok, let's do it. I get it. I really do.
I don't know. I'm with it. Yeah, for me, keep dropping.
Can I have a toxic masculinity moment on the pod?
Yeah, go for it.
All right. I have a very unpopular opinion, a hot take. It's actually 2-in-1. You're finna get a 2-in-1 special because this is not only I'm gonna give a hot take on top of another hot take. Call it a 3-stack. I'm gonna give an unpopular opinion on top of another unpopular opinion. Here it is. Megan Thee Stallion is a top 5 MC rapper out today. Meg Thee Stallion lyrics are annoying. Like, she's so good that it pisses me off that all she talks about is her vagina, her throat, and her ass. Like, because her metaphors, top tier. Her similes, top tier. Her range, top tier. Her play on words, top tier. Her entendres, top tier. Like when it comes to this rapping stuff, she can do it. Like you can tell she's a student of the craft. Like she can rap. But my gosh, girl, like I'm not like, I ain't gonna say I can't and I never will. But like I'm a fan of yours. But why all the time we have to talk about your butt, your vagina, your throat? Like I have had enough of it. And then if you're doing it, the next female artist is doing it. The next female artist. It's Nicki is going viral right now. Nicki Minaj is going viral. But like 4 years ago, I shut Nicki Minaj like out of like people I follow because it's just all her lyrical content was how good her vagina was. Like, is there not more to your life that you can rap about than your body parts? Like, and I know you're making a lot of money off of it. It's selling. You have a whole brand, the Hot Girl Summer. But what if sometimes hot girls get depressed? Like, sometimes hot girls, like, they be having other stuff going on than just being outside and being ratchet. Like, if you're doing it, the City Girl's doing it, Lotto's doing it, Nicki's doing it, Cardi's doing it, all y'all talking about the same thing. Like, it gets redundant. Like, is that the word I'm looking at? Like,
redundant is cool.
Yeah, it's like, it's redundant, and I'm sick of it. But, like, I love her so much, like, her skill so much that I just know she can do better. And I know she has a story, and I wish she would just tell her story, like, rap out her life. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the joint where she sampled NWA was really good. But, you know, me and you both know, obviously, what's going to sell? Sex. Sex sells. So this is what the guys and the girls are wanting to hear in the masses. And
the guys want to see it.
Yeah. The guys want to see it.
The girls want to hear it.
The girls want to hear it. And honestly, though, for the hot girls, I guess you just have to go somewhere else for that type of music if you're feeling depressed, because this is what she's giving us. And we have to accept her for that, because this is what's making the money. And this is just the image that she's painted of herself. I'm not going to say that this is the only way that we see her, because obviously she's shown that she's a college grad. She's marketing and like fashion.
So much going on.
Yeah, like, she has a lot going on.
And all we talk about is twerking. Like, and sex, bro. It's just, and it annoys me. Like, it's probably just me. Like, and I absolutely love Meg Thee Stallion. People know, like, I love Meg Thee Stallion. I'm a big fan. I went to Music Midtown and got to see her up close and personal, and she was a superstar. Like, she put on the show, and not just in a sexual way. Like, she mastered the stage. She owned the crowd. She had everybody going crazy. People love Meg Thee Stallion. Like, I love Meg Thee Stallion.
That's something I really like too. When we were there, you got to see the difference in the levels of an artist.
Yeah.
Because some of them brought just a different energy to the stage, where you saw, like what you said, you could see that she owned the crowd.
Yeah, she had
whatever she wanted the crowd to say, they said it. Whatever she wanted the crowd to do, they did it. Everything that she was saying, they knew the words. They knew how to slide with it. Like, they killed it.
Yeah, and I feel like aesthetically, it looked beautiful. The stage, her dancers, the way she, like, I don't know, lined up her songs, how she played her hits, and I was sitting there like, I'm rapping every word, and I'm like, oh my goodness, how do I know this much Meg Thee Stallion? Like, I had to get to a point. I almost said some stuff. I had to go pause, and she was like, I like a little bitty with a curve, and I was like, whoa, I can't say that. But I was rapping bar for bar. Like, I knew so much Meg Thee Stallion, and I was happy to know that much Meg Thee Stallion. She is amazing artist, and her Something for the Hotties mixtape in October was very good. It's just like, I want more. This is not a Meg bash. This is upping the standard for Meg. Like, I want her to take it to the next level. And when she take it to the next level, she might go down. She might be the first female to hit people's top 10 of all time.
Overall?
Like, yeah, like, honest. Let's be honest. There's very few Very few people who have a woman in their top 10 rappers of all time. Like now,
That's true, but Nicki's
gonna be in there.
Nicki's cemented.
Like
I feel like Nicki's at that Jordan status where once Jordan got off the Bulls and whatever, no one remembers the Wizards because he was cemented. None of that mattered. There was nothing else he could do from there.
I got you.
Yeah, to mess himself up. So that's where Nicki's at right now.
But yeah, Nicki is great, right? But is she gonna not knock out the people in your top 10?
Well,
and I love Nicki. Like I grew up Pink Friday, Pills and Potion, like you see, rah, rah, like a dungeon dragon. Like
the Roman alter ego.
Yeah, like I grew up on all that. Like we was eating that up. Me and my cousins. Like she's great, but like when it comes to like just that rapping ability, like with the metaphor, the play on like just what she does with her words, Meg can do it. But like Meg has this. Nicki has the skill too. Nicki has the skill. Nicki did what she had to do to be what she's great. Now that Nicki's done it before, we don't have to do it again. Like we don't have to rap about ass and titties. Like we can go rap about life. Like as a female, like Nicki has paved the way for you to do whatever you want and still make a lot of money, Megan. And I just feel like if Megan starts rapping about like telling her life and her stories and putting some real heart in this. Like, I'm not saying she's not putting her heart in it. That would be disrespectful. But, like, putting some, like, just opening it up in her music. I feel like she has the ability and the skill to take it, to be one of the first female. And she has the fan base. Because not only does she have a big following amongst women, there's a lot of male hotties out there. There's a lot of, I might be a hottie, bro. Like, there's a lot of male people who love Megan. And so like both. she has a following so big right now that they will listen. Like people love her, bro.
So check me out here. I'm gonna just say this. Cardi is on the same level as Meg.
Yeah.
She's just fell off the grid a little bit. Cause she's
come out with an album.
She is. She's just actually, I don't know if she's coming anytime soon.
She's supposed to drop this year.
They say that.
I mean, she said it, I think, on her Instagram Live.
I mean, how many artists have said they're going to drop sometime and didn't drop, though?
But, like, I was watching her Instagram Live a few weeks ago, and, like, she was like, yeah, I'm finna go to the studio, record this album, getting drunk, and then head to the studio. But, like...
I don't know if I trust that.
I don't know why not. Like, she hasn't dropped the album since 2019.
Right. That's what I'm saying. What's the rush now? Why not wait until 2023?
I mean, she had a baby between that time and stuff, and now she has the time to do it. But Cardi, I agree.
I'm not fully doubting it. I'm just saying
Cardi can rap.
I don't trust it. It could be a minute. It might not be. But
as a holistically range of artistic like genres, Cardi probably has the most versatility of going, like she can hop into like the Latino X, like she can hop into the hip hop, she can go to R&B, she can go to pop, she's all over.
Yeah,
like,
that's why Cardi's the bigger artist to me, honestly, because she's international with it.
Yeah, and but Cardi also raps about more too.
Yeah,
like what was that song? She was like, I want to be like the Curry, Steph and Aisha, but we more like Belly, Tommy and Keisha shit.
Yeah.
Be careful with me. My heart is like a fragile one.
That's
hard.
That what's the name of the album?
Invasion of Privacy.
Invasion of Privacy. That just went so there was some award.
Yo, she did numbers. Yeah.
It just was one of the highest selling female artist albums of all time, I'm pretty sure, on Spotify.
Yeah. She's fine, bro. Like
she's with it.
Cardi's like,
and to see where she came from, because I remember growing up in middle school. Those videos on YouTube of her, because I remember when she was a stripper. Yeah, she had her teeth messed up. She was making these little funny videos on YouTube. I remember seeing her, and then when she became an artist, I thought it was a joke.
Yeah,
6ix9ine and them, those are joke artists that got they popped for a year. And they were gone.
He just got back on social media after a year off.
Yeah, apparently he's broke.
I guess that's why he's back on social media.
How do you get that much money and ever go broke? That I could never.
I mean, he did go through like 3 years in prison and all those lawyer fees, kids, team. I mean, like
Your people have to set something up for you though.
He
to
also,
be saving some money. To make these assets actually make you some money, you know?
But what did Jay-Z said in the song? These streets fool us to spend our money foolish. So like we
mentally enslaved to these chains.
Yeah, like we controlled by like we think chains and stuff and cars and clothes like that. And he was like, you put money on up to your ear. That's a disconnect. We don't call that money over here. Like I don't know. I'm on Jay-Z. But when I'm talking about like Meg, I'm talking about like pure like MC rap stuff, not like the artist wise.
But you would have to describe you would have to differentiate what MCing is though.
Do I gotta break out my rubric again?
You might have to. But yeah, MCing is different than just rapping.
Yeah.
Versatility wise, Cardi wins. But as an MC, yes. Wait, what?
I can rap right now. I was like, you ready?
Oh, yeah. Everybody can rap. Everybody can't MC. Is Andre 3000 the greatest MC of all time?
Oh, when it comes... honestly, yes. Like
it's either him or Biggie.
It's when it comes to the greatest MC of all time, everybody knows Andre 3000. The reason we don't put Andre 3000
he doesn't have that hit album.
Oh, he does. Like all the Outkast stuff. Like
I'm saying, so individual.
No, but I don't think you need the individuality. Like we heard this man. I typed a text to a girl I used to see saying that I chose this cutie pie with who I want to be, and I apologize if this message get you down. That I CC'd every girl that I CC around town, and I hate to what. And that wasn't even an Outkast song. That was a UGK song. But my rubric, where did my rubric go? I pulled it out the other day. So, oh, there it is. So when MCing, this is what matters when like MCing. And you got to go to the art of what an MC started out as. Like in the late 70s in New York, in the Bronx, Queens, all that, where it used to be about the DJs, like Grandmaster Flash. A wiki. And then like the MC would get on there like, my DJ better than yours. And your DJ can't stand up to mine. And then somebody else will say a line and they'll rhyme with it. And then that turned into rap. And like they MC, like they controlled the crowd, they controlled the music, they changed the flow, they just had a whole bunch of different things. So MCing consists of lyrics, cadence, flow. Lyrics, cadence, and flow. How is your lyrics on this song? How's your flow on this song? And how's your cadence on this song? Like, can you know how to drop? Like Kendrick is a master MC. Like, when it comes to MC,
technical rap,
technical rap, Eminem, Kendrick, Andre 3000, and Jay-Z and Kanye at times, but they do a little more different things than. But like Kendrick knows how to be like, I'm tripping, amazing, brother. But like Kendrick can change his flow. He's a master technical rapper. Like, and I'm saying Meg Thee Stallion possesses some of that same power. Like that nigga said, I could take y'all to class and show my ass like I'm Megan.
Yeah, he killed that family ties family.
It won a Grammy, yeah.
Yeah. Him and Baby King.
How lucky Baby King
to be his cousin. That's
Kendrick
just
Lamar's
riding off
cousin.
a clout.
And your first single that people like know you about, like your first.
Well, I wouldn't say that.
He
know has a solid following.
No, listen, he was an underground rapper. His first mainstream song is when he got a feature from his cousin who just so happened to be Kendrick Lamar. And his first time submitting his music to the Grammys, he won a Grammy.
Well, nah. Honestly, the first one would be Praise God. Because people were wondering, who is this? They didn't, like, the people that didn't follow him, they were like, this sounds like Kendrick. Like, who is this?
Yeah, I mean, but like, Baby King
that
came out first.
Like double platinum.
Family Ties came out first.
Nah, I don't think so.
Family
Because the Praise God was in like August. I'm pretty sure Family Ties was a month later, if not maybe a couple weeks.
Let's see.
Whichever, it doesn't matter though. Either way, both were high artists.
But it's his single though. That was a few. Like,
okay, yeah.
He just so happened to get on Kanye too, But like, let's see.
I wonder if Kendrick had anything to do with that.
I mean, he signed to Kendrick's label, like.
No, I mean, if Kendrick had anything to do with
August
Kanye
27th, 2021. Done to drop.
Bluetooth disconnected. Bluetooth is connected.
Oh, it's like the song dropped 2 days before Kanye dropped. Because you remember Kanye dropped on a Sunday.
Okay,
then,
so technically we heard Praise God first. But everybody didn't hear it till 2 days.
We still didn't know it was Baby Keem. Like, who was Baby Keem until we heard Baby Keem on Family Ties.
Yeah, for sure.
Dope song. Y'all should go stream Family Ties. And speaking of like rappers, I just saw Future drop an album. I need some bullet shots or something for that.
Something,
yeah, the most influential rapper for the last decade. You already know Future Hendrix, the man, the legend, the guy. Like, he's top 10 rapper, bro. Like, he's in my top 10, my top 5.
Gotta be.
He's changed the game forever. He's created so many futures. Like, they gave him his friends when he was a kid gave him the right name. He's named Future because his friends used to call him the future of rap.
Nah, I did not know that.
And like, that boy futuristic.
Future's solid.
I remember Future telling out the parking lot, leading magic, the way I flipped to work, disappear, calling man. The first song I heard Kendrick on was, "Oh, watch this." No, when you standing there just watching, I'm gonna give you something to look at. No. Racks on racks on racks. Racks on racks on racks.
What was his name? Why not YG?
I don't know if he.
I don't remember who. Yeah, he overshadowed whoever song it was though. Yeah. But I remember that.
And then Future, I heard Dirty Sprite, the original Dirty Sprite. What?
All the tapes he dropped. The Astronaut Future was something different too.
Astronaut Status is when like that was his best mixtape, but like that was his most complete mixtape. Yeah, like we knew
it could be an album.
Like, because at that time, he had buzz in Atlanta, and then he had took over Atlanta. And then, like, with Astronaut Status, it just submitted him as, this is the future of Atlanta. Like, this is the king of Atlanta.
This is the thing, though. I don't even know what would be Future's greatest work, because all of them are so different in a way, Because Evil was a bit more depressing-ish than that Future self-titled album. That was lit.
I forgot about Evil, bro.
Yeah, Evil was good.
I love Evil.
Yeah, that joint with the Low Life with the Weeknd.
Just rapping my mind. Like, I love Evil. You remember Purple Rain?
Purple Rain. Purple Rain's a mixtape, I think.
I just remember Dacia's right. We was at a basketball game. It was like a timeout. The gym was quiet, and he just in the stands. I just need my girlfriend. I just need my girl. Bro, Future was the man, bro. Purple Rain was a mixtape, wasn't it?
I think so. But yeah, Future, he has such a large body of work, and he has range in such a weird way.
Like, yeah, him and Drake, when it comes to like range, like them dudes just sheer body, like just bodied everything. Like drill, they do the quiet, the R&B, the melodic, they kill it all.
These pioneers of the game.
Low Life is one of his top songs right now.
Oh, wow.
On Apple Music.
But yeah, bro, these pioneers of the rap game are something different. And they've evolved so much. But honestly, if I had to make a Mount Rushmore of these pioneer rappers in like the last 10 to 15 years, it'd have to be Drake, Future, Young Thug, and this fourth one's tough.
In 10 years?
Yeah, the last 10 to 15.
Watch the Throne King. It's got to go to Kendrick or Cole.
Oh yeah.
It's got to go. It's got to go to both.
We got to give 5 heads on there.
Because you got to remember, like Cole went triple platinum with no features.
That's true. Yeah, Kendrick and Cole, and so they've evolved
better.
So much.
Like Kendrick and Cole is better than Drake and Future, but Drake and Future are way more popular than Kendrick and Cole. But also, that's Kendrick's and Cole's fault because they don't drop his music at the same volume as Future and Drake. Like, if Kendrick dropped on the same wave as Drake, there will be no disputing. There will be no disputing this.
I would say though, Cole drops a lot
now.
Honestly,
since 2019, he's changed.
Yeah, because he even
giving features out and stuff.
Yeah, he gives out features. He was even dropping a lot with Dreamville though, because if it wasn't his individual work, he was giving it to Dreamville, where he's on all the Jid's features. He's with Boz. He's with Ari. He's doing all of that.
Yeah, like, and now J. Cole's just now getting his flowers. I remember, like, 2018, 2017, people wasn't giving J. Cole the flowers he was. Like, I was telling people, I'm J. Cole and Kendrick's in my top 5. But look at Future's body of work. Do you have an artist that you just known from day one and you followed everything that they've ever dropped?
Young Thug.
That's Thug for you. Oh, cool. Dirty Sprite. Streets.
Future, honestly.
This is Future, starting in 2011. Dirty Sprite. Streets Calling. Streets Calling is different. The real OGs know Streets Calling.
Yeah.
True Story. Pluto. Honest. Monster. Beast Mode. 56 Nights. Dirty Sprite 2. What a Time to Be Alive. Purple Rain. Evil. Future. Hendrix. Super Slimy. Beast Mode 2. I don't count these other, like, Future and Juice WRLD. Future Hendrix.
That was good. That was good.
Future Hendrix, The Wizards.
Yeah, I like that.
High Off Life.
That was good.
Pluto and Baby Pluto. Like
that was the only one that messed with me.
Yeah, I just feel like some of these, like, just individual albums, Future's, like, just think about that 2014 to 2016 run this dude had.
Yeah.
Monster, Beast Mode, 56 Nights, Dirty Sprite 2. What a Time to Be Alive. Purple Rain, Evil. And then he dropped his 2 best albums, I think, Future and Hendrix. No, Hendrix is his best album.
It was the most different.
Like he said, I've waited his whole life to make that. And it hit though. But hold on, let's see.
It was very complete too, in a sense. But the 56 Nights, I just love the backstory to that. That's literally he was in jail in, what was it, Saudi Arabia, or was it?
I forgot.
Israel,
DJ Esco was.
Yeah, DJ Esco was.
Yeah.
And come out.
But then I had March Matt 56 Nights, Purple coming in. Like that was a good 7-piece. But speaking of DJ, he listened to this recently. But just
I don't like that Apple be sharing my business like that.
Yeah,
y'all don't need to know what I'm listening to.
To be in the top 10 of my artists, you have to have lyrics, catalog, cadence, flow, cultural impact, a masterpiece, and numbers. So like you can't be at the table of top tier rappers if you don't have an album that just, like just a masterpiece.
Yeah, that's what I was saying about Andre earlier.
What is Futures? What a Time to Be Alive could be a masterpiece within itself.
His one that everyone will, if we had to have a collective group agree on it, is Dirty Sprite 2.
Dirty Sprite 2, yeah.
If it's just a mass collective agreement, is DS2.
Yeah, it's Dirty Sprite 2. I like Dirty Sprite 1.
I love them all. So
was Dirty Sprite 2 an album or a mixtape? It had to be an album. There's too many songs.
Yeah, it's
way too many songs.
No, though, a mixtape can have a bunch of songs too.
That's true.
I think it's an album. I don't know. That's
honestly, I don't even remember the rollout for that. Like, I just remember listening to it.
I don't even remember the qualifications of what makes the difference between an album and a mixtape.
It's just like LP. It's album's an LP. An EP is like so long playlist. Like, it has to have a certain amount of time to be considered an album. It has to be a certain amount of minutes to be considered an album. Anything less than that is either a mixtape or an EP. And usually an EP is like 4 or 5 songs. A mixtape is 10, 12. That's just like, I'm just going to rap really hard and here you go.
To be honest, I hate getting caught up in the title of it all in general, though. I really just care to hear some good music. Because when it's on my play, there's certain things I have to listen. The way I listen to music, sometimes I want to listen through a whole album, go all the way through. And then there's some times where I'm just going to pull a couple songs off your album because they fit well in a specific playlist. And sometimes maybe your album doesn't fit on a playlist. So I just have to have it, but I can't put it anywhere. I hate music that doesn't fit somewhere in my catalog of where I need it to be.
Speaking of Young Thug, and if you look at those early mixtapes of Future, Young Thug was featured on those, right? Mm-hmm. And people didn't even know it. And Gucci too.
Gunna came up like that on a lot of Young Thug's album. People don't remember Gunna's on a lot of those songs.
Yeah.
That they
on
don't
those mixtapes
recognize.
that got lost, you know.
Yeah.
But Young
Lil
Thug,
Baby?
low key, quietly, may have dropped the best album of 2021.
Punk was good. Punk was really good. It was.
Now, Summer Walker's gonna get it from me.
I just can't, bro, with Summer Walker for album of the year. Like, you're saying overall or R&B?
Like, just out of all genres, like, still over it. It's a jam, and it's still doing numbers that it did when it first came out today. Like, almost 6 months removed. Like, and people kind of low key, like outside of our circle, have not. You know, Punk it hasn't got the play level. I haven't been to a scene or something where somebody was playing that album for some reason.
And it needs it, though.
But that's what I'm saying. It gets
because everyone knows the songs off of it. Like, you turn
gets
it on,
lost,
people know.
Though. Like, because Kanye dropped, Drake dropped Certified Lover Boy. And then, like, when you have a heavy hitter in the R&B field, like Summer Walker dropping, in the mix of all that, Young Thug's a well-known artist, especially in the rap game. But, like, you know, Kanye and Drake and they're just on a different level of where they're in their careers. And Summer Walker, in her field, she's considered maybe the best R&B singer, right? You can make the argument for her. Young Thug, and so in the middle of all that, Young Thug got lost and quietly dropped probably the best sounding album out of all of them. Like, I love that album, bro.
That's why I'm so confused with Tyler winning album of the year, because I don't want to discredit Tyler or anything, you know. Congratulations, and I'm glad that he won. You know, I don't never want to discredit another black man and their art that they put out. But for me, there's no way that it beats what it was in competition with. Like, if I had to rank the 4 that the Grammys had, his is 4.
I wouldn't even put it on the list, to be honest. But listen, we have a friend who absolutely loved the album. And Tyler's following absolutely loved the album. So I forced myself to listen to the album multiple times. And I ain't say I didn't like it. It sounded very good. But rap album of the year?
Yeah, it's just rap album. Is there a differentiation? Should there be like something to differentiate hip hop and rap?
Because, you know, like those other genres, when it comes to the Grammys, they have like melodic pop or melodic R&B. Like, we're gonna have to start subcategorizing the rap too, because and it just makes it so, rap is just so competitive, bro. Yeah. And it doesn't get the respect it should as a genre. It's the youngest genre as it rap and pop. But it's just,
well, the Grammys is rigged anyway. It's got to be.
Yeah,
because there's no way that they don't give. And I feel like we've dropped Kanye at least 20 times on this episode.
We're gonna give you a Grammy. We know you probably deserve the Grammy here, right? The same thing with the Michael Jordan, LeBron, Kobe MVP effect.
Yeah,
like we know you deserve the Grammy for that body of work. So we're gonna give you a Grammy, but we're gonna give you a Grammy for something that probably is the worst song on the album. Like, not the worst, but it's just, there was like 5 songs better than the one he won a Grammy for.
Yeah, J.O. out of all of them, wasn't the one.
You probably had the album of the year based off of the albums that were on the list, but we want somebody else to win. And I don't know. I'm on a group on Facebook, so you know how like Facebook, if you comment and interact with certain pages enough, you get like a top fan badge.
Yeah.
So I got like a top fan badge onto this hip hop group, and they sent me a request to be in like a secret group. And boy, what they going in.
Y'all have secret groups on Facebook?
Secret group, a private group, I would say. And boy, I think I it is. I think I screenshotted some of this. They went in on Tyler, the Creator, bro.
And see, that's what I'm saying, though. Oh, you know, Tyler, the Creator and DJ Khaled are beefing?
Yeah, because DJ Khaled was mad that he won the Grammy.
Yeah, over ago. Father of a Side.
Yeah, they've been beefing off of that.
Right. But honestly, though, this is crazy. That just shows you how big Tyler, the Creator's fan base is. Because if Tyler, the Creator won with Igor over Father of a Side, and do you know all the features DJ Khaled had on there?
Igor was fire.
Yeah, it was. But I'm saying, think about this.
Was
DJ
Father
Khaled had Jay-Z,
which
Beyonce,
Father of the
Cardi, 21, all of them on one album and lost.
Father? I'm trying to, because he drops one like every year. Oh yeah, Father of that one was.
It was low.
We was banging that in 2019.
Because he always drops the summer jams.
Just
he always
us.
drops the summer jams.
He's in album mode right now. Higher, Won't Take My Soul.
Exactly.
Freaking You.
You see what I'm saying?
Top Off. No Brainer. Holy boy.
That's what I'm saying. Do you see how crazy it is that Tyler won over that? His fan base had to go mad crazy because he had all these features and lost.
Let's see if I'm trying to pull up how they went in. Look, they going in on Chloe Bailey right now. Remember when she used to make wholesome music? Nope, me neither.
Oh yeah, I saw it said y'all told Chloe Bailey she got a little booty and she ain't put that thing up since.
I ain't mad. Look, it says Tyler's second Grammy for hip hop album. At this point, gotta realize this man's talent for real. He's dope. Last 3 albums, all classics, but we don't need the Grammys to tell us that though. And boy, they went in these comment sections. The only shine those weirdos get is from their fellow pedo weirdos. No one, and I repeat, no one respects Tyler for his bars or cadence. His lyrical level, none of that. Only Holly Weird likes that dude's musics.
Nah, they're definitely putting a bad narrative on that.
And then somebody, he's not a rapper. He don't get no play in the hood. Definitely a weirdo.
See, that's one thing about hip hop that I don't like. There's such a different place where it can be played. Because there's certain music that you can't play in the hood.
Yeah, I honestly don't know anybody who listens to him. Maybe it's because I grew up in the hood and not in mostly white middle class suburbs. They're like, facts. They went in on Tyler the Creator. Like, what does this man do to deserve this?
The internet is undefeated.
That's really why that is a problem in the black hood. Like, is he not validated? His blackness not validated because he doesn't come from the hood. Like, I come from the hood, and I don't even like coming from the hood. Like, I would rather be coming from those suburbs, you know what I'm saying?
Bro, that's what Dave Chappelle said. He said, I mess with rappers like Nas.
Yeah.
Because,
oh, yeah.
He tells me all these stories about being in the hood, and I'm just like, yeah, but I don't really get it. I'm not from the hood. He said, and the being in the hood, I'd have really preferred it, because growing up black around everyone else poor, everybody's going through it. My parents did just enough for me to grow up poor in the white neighborhoods.
Yeah.
So when you're going through it there, it feels like you're the only one going through it.
Yeah. It's a lonely. You don't have to be. But Tyler the Creator, what was the nominees for Rap Album of the Year?
It was Call Me If You Get Lost, Donda, King's Disease, and The Off Season.
Call Me If You Get Lost.
Yeah, that's Tyler's.
Oh.
And then King's Disease by Nas, The Off Season by J. Cole, and Donda by Kanye. And Drake withdrawed CLB.
CLB. All right. Before I give a take, I think I can give a take on CLB now. CLB probably is not going to go down as a classic.
Nah.
I think he dropped it too soon, though.
You've already said that, though, that you think it's a winter album.
Yeah, but I like it though. I love CLB. Like I love it, but it's just when it comes to all of Drake's body of work, it's gonna get lost.
Yeah, because
in the sauce.
That's a discussion that we've had off mic. That the music now, they don't make music anymore that wants to stick. We have classics that it don't matter if you're white, black, mixed, Chinese, whatever. Everyone knows it. There's some songs that just stick for the culture. But a lot of music today, it doesn't stick. Everyone's trying to get these TikTok hits. You'll hear a song on TikTok.
I don't want
those little 5-second snips.
I don't want to accuse Drake of that though.
No, he's not doing that. I'm just saying that most of this won't stick.
I haven't heard from him. I'm ready for his annual 2, 3-piece, 4-piece, whatever he got dropping his features. I'm ready for it, Drake. Come on, give it to me. I need something to bang through the summer. But pause. Yeah, Drake, he just drops stuff. That's what I'm saying. Off sheer volume, Like if he's not gonna beat you off of like just skill and stuff, like he's just gonna get you off sheer volume. Where I'm gonna shove my music down your throat so much that eventually you're gonna like it.
I don't think that he drops that much though. He said it in his interview that people disrespect him off of his actual lyrical content in his bars. Drake, it's indisputable. Drake be rapping for real.
Yeah, oh yeah, but I'm not saying off of like he can't rap. He's not deserving of that. I'm saying that he just gives you sure volume of music, like, and sometimes it hits, sometimes it doesn't. He's gonna keep doing it, so eventually you're gonna like something.
No, it's not that he does it though. His fan base plays it to a point where you love it. There's definitely been some Drake songs where I was like, this wasn't it. And then you hear it played around on the radio. You hear it played by a bunch of people out on the party scene. And then before you know it, you done added it to your playlist because you're like, I want to play this around everybody in my lituation because everybody knows this song. And
Did I tell you that night? You're right about that. I like that right there. Of when I realized Drake might just be the GOAT. Yeah, you remember? Like, did
Drake
I tell you?
He just can't be the GOAT though. He just can't. Not overall.
I don't know. I don't even want to argue that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
you know.
And like because art's a perspective, right?
Mm-hmm.
But like Drake, he just like the night I realized I was out at the Battery, Braves baseball season's on again, chilling with my homies, and then I was lit. And every song that the DJ was playing was a Drake song. Like he'll play somebody else, and then it was Drake again. And I was like, I know all of these songs. Drake's got so many hits. Like even when it's not his song, his verse is fire. I went to Tongue and Groove a few months ago, and at Tongue and Groove, Drake was every song, and it was lit. Like it was great. Like
another
just
thing,
sheer volume, bro. Like he just have so much. His bag is so deep.
That's very true. And honestly, there's more artists that have a bag that deep. But one thing that changes it is truly the explicits. Think about it. Young Thug has probably just as deep of a bag, but when he says some of the words that he'll say in his songs, you can't play that out in public settings. Like, there's people that are just not okay with that.
Yeah. Like,
so there's people that don't get played simply because they cuss too much in their music. Or maybe what they're talking about. Because Drake can put this out there, and he can say something sensual and it not be vulgar. Young Thug and them don't put it like that. They gonna say it.
Yeah, like
really.
His lyrical content is more socially be acceptable, and I get it. Yeah, and like same thing that Dave Chappelle. Like, I grew up in the struggle, but I'm not from the hood. Like, what do you like? Right. Is Drake not getting validated for his greatness because he's not from the hood?
Well, who's not validating Drake?
A lot of people, bro. A lot of people wouldn't say Drake is great. Like, or how we're talking of Drake today, how highly we're speaking of Drake. A lot of people won't give Drake that love.
That's why
sheer
ignorance, though.
But that's why he's always mad at him when he's rapping. My hater is this, my hater. You know how Drake be all in his feelings.
Yeah, but that's something that.
Yeah, at this point, it's disrespect.
If you try to diss like Drake, there's certain things in life that are indisputable, and Drake being a top tier rapper is one of those.
Yeah. Like
the one that I try to fight is NBA YoungBoy, and everyone, I'm gonna get hate on this because YoungBoy is
Playboy Cardi.
I think I'm not gonna do that to my students, but NBA YoungBoy, I think that he can rap for real. He has great talent, but I'm not with all the cultish stuff around it. Because
they can say the same thing about Kanye fans,
right? Yeah, and I was just about to say that. Like, Kanye has a cultish following, but like,
we're in it.
Nah. I wouldn't say I'm part of the cultish following,
but
I'm just a fan that advocates for his music.
Yeah, we're mature enough to distinguish, like, all right,
man, like, and art.
Yeah, like Kanye, like you went a little too far here. You know, like we're mature enough to see that part.
Yeah,
that the rest of the court won't see.
Right, but YoungBoy fans, they will push this onto you, like, no, this is the greatest rapper of all time. Like, bro, no,
that's a statement.
That's what I'm saying. And he drops every week.
I like NBA YoungBoy. I mean, my little brother.
That's the thing. I like NBA YoungBoy, but I just don't think he's that great. Whatever. He's just overrated for me.
So
it's
like,
kind of like how LeBron is for you. You love LeBron, but people put so much. Oh, he's this and that and this and that.
Yeah,
that's my third basketball reference today.
Hip hop and basketball is one and the same. Thanks to AI, like he brought hip hop to basketball, and now it's forever integrated.
Yeah, but yeah, though he's like LeBron for you. Like LeBron's great, and you love LeBron, but his fan base has made it so bad that you do have to criticize sometimes. Yeah. Personally, I'm not the guy that criticizes. I just love greatness, so I like LeBron. I'm a fan, but. That's just how it is with YoungBoy. And YoungBoy, I know why he has to drop so much, or else he's gonna probably end up in that same boat as 6ix9ine. But
it's the YouTube, bro. You like when I look at like my little brother. My little brother is part of that cult, and I'm a part of Kanye's cult. And so like, surely he listens to Kanye because I play it so much, and I listen to NBA YoungBoy because he plays it so much. But like. He came up off of YouTube, and like this, like that age range that likes his following, like they love him based off of his YouTube days, whatever. Like I'm a 38 baby, like what? It's fire. Like he can rap. Like I really mess with NBA YoungBoy. He's got great projects, but saying he's the best of all time,
yeah, you're going too far.
He doesn't have a mainstream masterpiece yet. Like,
because he just can't be mainstream. His is trap. That's what I was saying earlier. There's a difference between what can be played in the hood and what can't. His can be played in the hood.
Is trap music dead? I think trap music's dead, bro.
What do you mean by that?
Trap music. So the trap music in itself, like the sounds of trap, still appear. The 808s and stuff, and the hi-hats that originated trap music with Jeezy, T.I., Gucci. They want to argue who made trap. I think I'm gonna give it to T.I., but who was the best at it when it first came out was Jeezy.
They're all pioneers. It's like a Silicon Valley thing.
It's like
they're all pioneers in one.
But when you listen to the music wise, because people think trap based off the lyrical contents. No, because they was rapping about street stuff since the beginning of rap. You know what I'm saying? Broken glass everywhere, people pissing on the stairs. Like they've always rapped about hood rat stuff in rap, but trap is the sound, like sonically how it sounds. And I think that I haven't heard a lot of trap music yet lately. Like once our here in Atlanta, like our mixtape era where we took over rap, once they got like mainstream and stuff, like trap started to die.
I mean, Future is trap to me.
But like
Future is more trap.
Future is not
rap.
Future is an artist, bro. Like
at
this point,
I do hate to classify them as rappers.
He can't be defined as a single genre because he's done so many genres. You know what I'm saying? Or like variations of rap. Like he conquered drill music. He's conquered trap music. He's conquered the R&B version of rap. He's conquered all, like he just can't be called a trap. Did he come up off trap? Yes, and Young Thug and all them too. Like on Young Thug's album,
that's why Young Thug
the scoliosis, the scoliosis. Yeah, that last album, Punk, was major growth. That was a trap song. All right, and it's kind of like Atlanta drill and trap, like so. It's really hard to distinguish trap music and drill music in Atlanta because it sounds similar, but trap music is just not here no more, bro. Like the beats are changed, the sound of music's changed.
Well, 2 Chainz is 2 Chainz trap because he wrote the Pretty Girls,
pretty like trap music. Like, I mean,
I feel like there's more of a,
but he's an OG, like because I remember when 2 Chainz was Titty Boy,
right,
coming up in the. You know what I'm saying? I remember when Future was Dungeon, like under what does they call it? The Dungeon Family.
Yeah.
Like these guys been out here for a long time, rapping. So like obviously they can get those labels as trap people, but like just not nobody like making trap no more, bruh.
I wouldn't say it's dead because for our catalog of music that we specifically listen to. and just where we are, because we're in the city we're in right now is definitely more of the modernized, urbanized.
Yeah, it's the
area.
hip hop capital of the world, though. Like,
I'm saying specifically though, like where we're at in Atlanta, though. We're in more of a modernized, like we're not in what would be considered a trap listening area of Atlanta.
I mean, I listen to underground rappers all the time.
Yeah, but that's you specifically. I'm just saying with where we're at specifically, that's why maybe, we're not hearing this out in the streets or whatever, You go down.
Even on my underground, like I'm not finding it amongst my underground rappers either. It's the music.
I would say
the music part of trap, right? It's not really the lyrical contents of trap. I'm talking about like just the music sound of trap. Like you just have to study like trap and what I'm saying.
I would say it's a subjective thing because like ESTG, 42 Doug.
That's not trap.
That is trap.
No, that's not trap. Like that's their sound. Like I think you're confusing like what they're saying and how they're rapping with the sound of trap. What made trap music? Like
define trap.
Trap music is a sound, bro. It's not like it would take too long for me to describe. Like it's a sound. I'm talking about the sound of trap. It's like you can rap about hood shit. You can rap about hood shit on a melodic beat. You can rap about hood stuff on a pop beat. But I'm talking about the sound with the 808s, the hi-hats, and like how it just with the gangster grills, all of that, like that era of trap music. Obviously, music's gonna grow since then, but the things that made trap be considered trap, I just don't hear it that much.
So what's a popular trap song then, like that you can just name off the rip?
Like, I mean, obviously, I'll have to go old school.
Yeah. That's what I'm trying. I'm trying to see what you're saying. I'm trying to come to understand it.
All right, hold on. Let's just go with it. It's fine. My favorite trap album of all time. I'll give you something off of that. God dang it. Let's get it.
Yeah, dope boy. This is the official.
How about this one?
Gee, I know you ain't gonna let this shit go down like this, nigga.
I remember listening to this as a
I'm hearing these niggas in
kid.
the club, nigga, sounding like you, nigga. Biting your motherfucking ad-lib, biting your motherfucking style, nigga. What the fuck going on, nigga? You better check these motherfucking niggas, man. Real fuck with real, nigga. And these niggas ain't real out here on these motherfucking streets, nigga. Especially these fuck-ass industry niggas, man. Nigga, we been doing this shit since 95.
Last time I checked, I was the man on these streets. They call me residue, I leap blow on these beats. Got diarrhea flow, now I shit on niggas. Even when I'm constipated, I still shit on niggas. Let's get it. Got some super friends in the Legion of Doom. They blowing purple shit, they keep it high like the moon. I'm an affiliate, I know it means.
With that 808 bass line like that.
Yeah, but like, so trap, it pops up in like sequences, right? Like, cause Metro Boomin like came and Zaytoven, they took trap and took it to the next level as producers. So this is specifically, I'm talking about a musical thing. Like they took it to the next level and they added. So back when you look at the hip hop history and Southern hip hop, to say, so like you listen to Pimp C playing, he got the organ in the background of his music, because we in the South, we go to church. Like church is prevalent. The black church is the center of our culture here in the South. And so like they start, like Memphis, they had like their sound. Texas had their sound of how like they were all rapping about street stuff, like Project Pat, Mr. Don't Play, North nigga, like all that. But Zaytoven and them and Metro Boomin, they brought all that, came to Atlanta, and then like they started adding the pianos and the organs, and so they encompass all of the sounds of the South into one, and that's where like we started seeing trap like disappear. And they did a great job though. Like I love it. Like they did it. Like Metro Boomin, top tier, but like they changed sonically the music of how trap was and what it is today.
So it can't be something that's just evolved, because I feel Then we can't just say it.
But like its essence, like it pops up in like spurts, but like the pure just trap sound is what I'm saying. I don't think it's around anymore.
Yeah, I can mess with that. I get what you're saying. With the sound thing, I feel that there's still trap music is in a lyrical content way. Yeah,
but like street music and trap is like we started making trap and street synonymous with each other.
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Street
like
music has always been around before trap was around, and it still is to this day.
Right.
Like Tupac, Biggie, they died before trap was even invented, but they were talking about street stuff like the 10 crack commandments. You know what I'm saying? Like,
okay, yeah, I get what you're saying. I feel that 100%.
All these like 42 ESTG, NBA YoungBoy, yeah, they're all rapping about street stuff, and like I fudge with it. And at its essence, like street music really moves hip hop. Like
it does, because hip hop is obviously a predominantly black thing. So when we speak about, and you know, the hood doesn't always mean black, but
even though white America try to make it,
like when we speak about the hood or anything, it does progress us because as a people, we need to hear some type of hope. And you know, this generation ain't going to church for the most part, so the music is where they're pulling a lot of their inspiration from. So they feel like, you know, if Lil Baby got out the hood and he did it, then I can do it too. So that's my hope, to at least grind doing this, you know.
Yeah, I mean that's a way deeper topic, you know, that I wasn't to go to. But I would say hip hop. I love hip hop. That's the name of this podcast. I love hip hop. I'm finna put that on a t-shirt. I have even a playlist that I name because I went on like a hip hop thing last year. I just love hip hop. Hip hop has so many different sounds, so many different waves that they all push the genre. Or like, even though we're not respecting, you know, like whatever we said about Tyler the Creator earlier, he's still pushing hip hop in that spectrum, right? And then like Juice WRLD and all of them, they have like, and Lil Uzi, they have their spectrum of where they push hip hop to, and the 42 Doug, ESTG, they push hip hop in a different way. Like hip hop gets pushed and moved so beautifully, like because there's so many different sounds. And as a person who knows hip hop from the very beginnings and as a hip hop historian, I appreciate all the ways of hip hop.
Hip hop is the most progressive.
Now, I'm not saying there's not no bad songs, but like I appreciate all the sounds.
Well, I'm not. Yeah, hip hop's the most progressive music genre because, like you're saying, all the essences of it, it can truly just change into different things and it still be hip hop. Like we argued about how country music isn't really country music anymore because it doesn't have that same traditional sound that it's always had. Yeah. So this is a form of country music. Then pop's also the most open. If we're gonna go there, pop's open.
Well, pop is the melting pot of
all of
music, right?
Yeah,
and that's where pioneers like Prince and
MJ,
Prince and Michael Jackson is
Chris
the king
Brown.
of pop. No, before I get to even Chris Brown, like just stay right here in the 80s. Like hip hop and rap came up together, but like rap. I mean, like Michael Jackson, them, after we got out of like the Motown era, the 70s soul era, like these guys like MJ and Prince was like, we're going to push this further. And then they started adding rock to soul and soul to rock and rap. And it came a mixture and pop was created. And the 80s is where like the pop's golden age, where rock and pop met together. Rock, soul, hip hop all came together. And that's where we got pop.
Yeah.
But a pop artist, when they want to validate themselves, they got to get a rapper, you know, to validate.
Right. Yeah. That's what's so crazy about pop music, and it's hard. It's the hardest one to distinguish, honestly. It's that music.
It's the funnest, though.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know if it's the funnest. I love hip hop too much to say it's the funnest, but like it's the bop, right? Like, it just.
Those are the songs that go international.
It's probably the biggest genre of all genres. But if we look at, if we just look at hip hop the same way we look at pop, like, cause pop is so different. Like we'll hear a pop song and we'll know like that's pop. and that's pop. But it can be like 7 different forms of pop. And
right,
we just appreciate it.
Pop can have rap, it can have the singing, all the country music, the rock, all of it.
And we just appreciate it. But like hip hop, when it does those things, we don't appreciate it. And then I think that
because we expect certain things.
Yeah, like I think that comes from black people, bro. And that's one of our issues within ourselves is like you're not like, since you're light skinned, you're not as validated as a dark skin, or vice versa. Or since you're dark skinned, you're not as pretty as a light skin. Or if you're not from the hood, you're not this. If you're not from here, you're not like. That's why Jay-Z came across and was like, dark nigga, black nigga, still nigga. Like, like you're still black, bro. Like we all black, and we appreciate all our different shades of darkness. Like appreciate all our different experiences, and let's push this art to another level and make more millionaires. You know, black people are the second biggest race of millionaires. There's more black millionaires than any other race besides white. Like there's white millionaires, they have the most, obviously. And then second to them is black folks. Like, let's make some more. Let's appreciate each other.
Big facts on that. Yeah, I wasn't even going to go that deep on it with explaining music-wise or anything. I just think that when it comes to rap or hip-hop, when people try to make things a bit different, that people expect a certain thing from a hip-hop artist. So, for example, going back on Future with, what we believe is one of his best albums, The Hendrix, that was a hip-hop R&B album, basically. And so it was something different. Future probably dropped that not knowing if people was going to love it or not, but he knew he loved it, and he put his all into it, and it was great, and we liked it. So now we've become accepting of that type of hip-hop music. And so it just matters if it hits or not in the community. You just got to try different stuff. That's why I really like Kanye. Travis Scott and them they're cool. All of these newer artists, they expand, like you said, they expand the game into something different, and they make things more acceptable the further we go with it. So I love the direction that hip hop takes me to. It's all just beautiful melodic music, and it's going to continue to grow. The way that they're doing these samples, it's going to get crazy. So I can only imagine all the music that we have to come.
Yeah, I mean, and we'll be remiss to have like a hip hop. Because this turned out to be like a hip hop pod. I don't even think we were intending to make it a hip hop pod, but
yeah, we were gonna go down on all the music.
This might be one of my favorite pods thus far.
Yeah,
but like, I will be remiss to not name some of all the legends that made hip hop what it is today, that grew it. Especially, I'm gonna give out because back then y'all didn't get the love y'all should have got, the shine y'all should have got, because you're from the South. But all the Southern rappers like Pimp C, Bun B, Pastor Troy, who else? Project Pat, who still gets sampled to this day. Juicy J as a producer and an artist. All those guys from back in the day who didn't get the love and shine that they should have got, that put in the work to carry the hip hop genre forward. We appreciate you, Kings.
Big facts. And I guess as we close out here, it would be a good thing for us to say our names once again, because this is Ashton, that's Jaekwon. This is the Diversify podcast that we didn't mention at the beginning.
Yeah, it is Diversify, and let's diversify hip hop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, close me out, man. Give me some good music. What we doing? What we finishing? It's got to be iconic.
I mean, I'm just gonna go with some OG stuff.
Oh, okay, okay, I'm cool.
You know
with
what I'm saying? Because not that. That was on my cue from last night when I was praying. Yeah.
Okay, Pat.
Don't die over the hood that your mama renting.
If you ain't from my hood, you can get from round here.
We gotta play the first though. The first verse gotta get played.
YouTube don't get us, but I'm good.
YouTube, hey, YouTube. Profit it came.
I don't know them niggas, I don't fuck with them niggas. I don't know them hoes, I don't fuck with them. I don't know them niggas, I don't fuck with them niggas. I don't know them hoes, I don't.
Tell a story.
Hey, pause me real quick. Last thing before we close out. I love this song so much because I love Project Pat so much because he literally was just talking. Like, there was a point in hip hop where they literally were just talking. Like now it's more like poetry, but like they're straight up just talking and saying what they wanted to say over a beat.
Bro, don't it sound like when Project Pat's rapping, it's just like OG from the West Side telling you what to do and how to do
it's
it.
such a nostalgic type of rap.
But you can't just say that because, Project Pat plays on the word like sucker from the suburb, like sipping on some scissor and how he dragged the words.
He has way more skill than that. He has way more skill. I'm just saying like parts like this, I don't know them niggas. Like,
I don't put them. It'd be like that. It'd be like that too. Yeah. When you and your boys, y'all out. I don't know them niggas.
Yeah, it's just such.
What you looking at? You looking at me?
Yeah. All right, but play it back. We through. This is Diversify featuring Ashton and Jaekwon.
Yeah. I know this sucker from the suburbs. Cool with this other motherfucker on the outskirts. Tried to get Project Pat caught up in that shit.
They did. They tried to get me caught up.
Your plan didn't wizard. Only ATL, tattletale to my bizard. Say you saw me with another gal, not on B.I.B.L.E. Man, you might as well throw in your towel. Use a fake thug. Face to face, I shoot you in your mouth. Cause ain't no love. Say you from the north, Memphis 10, but I doubt that. Other folks are fast, we ain't bout that. We motherfucker wanna stab when you see me. Couldn't wait to snitch, punk, bitch, you wanna be me. Gotta pay some dues, but my shoes too big for ya. Don't be out here trying to get my hood, I don't know ya. Turn state, witness ass if you was a road. Police ass nigga, watch your mouth, I done told ya. Weak ass boy, if you ain't from my hood, you can get from round here. If you ain't from
Westside Rockmart represent. Diva Street. Shell Dog, Low Dog, where you at, boy? Mark, Quay, Core. Westside Legends. Lil JT, Stoney Coleon, boy. Jones, Chop. Shout out to all my OGs.
Still out to get paid. Fuck
all the bullshit.
And he say, she say. Those who oppose me shall get no leeway. Lying on real niggas end up in gunplay. Motherfucker, you gon' hear this and feel me. Smile in my face, really wanna kill me. That's if you had heart to pull the trigger. Catch a murder charge, I don't think so, my nigga. Weak ass hoes play games like they killers. Always running mouth bragging on they niggas. Cypress God did, I did not have no dough. No fresh clothes, cause a player was real poor. I was locked up 201 wearing bobos. Playing dominoes, shooting dice, big ol' afro. Now I'm on the town and I'm laying the smackdown. Nigga, I ain't you, best to check my background.
Mr. Don't Play, we out.